guys, I have a great recipe for you tonight. It's got a lot of ingredients, but let me just tell you, it's worth it. I just say, go ahead and make it, even though the chopping and all the oils and spices take up a lot of time to measure out. It's worth it. It's Sri Wasano's infamous Indonesian rice salad. It's super good if you have a cookout or hot dogs or hamburgers or anything like that. It's a great side. And what I recommend is when you make it, have it marinate and sit in the refrigerator for 3-4 hours, or even overnight is better. It even tastes better the next day. And it's in my Moosewood cookbook by Molly Katzen, page 51. So first of all, what you want to do is you want to make about 2 cups of brown rice. So I just bought any kind of brown rice and I made that. So that's ready to put in a minute. All right, so that's there. And then I have to get a big bowl. Oops, I forgot to get a big bowl. Right over here. Get this one. Bring that over. Just got a little something in it. There we go. All right, so then what I'm going to put in is 1/3 cup of peanut oil. So I put that in. Oh, it's new. It hasn't even been opened yet. Oh, that's hard to open. Of course, right? All right.
Mission accomplished.
All right, mission accomplished. So that's 1/3 cup of that. So I'm going to put that in.
I washed that cup for you today.
Thanks, you're so nice to me. Then we're going to put in, you're supposed to put in 3 tablespoons of Chinese sesame oil, and that adds a little bit of extra flavor. I don't have sesame oil in my closet, and it's a little on the expensive side, so you can get it if you want to add a little extra flavor, but if not, I just use my canola oil and put 3 tablespoons of my canola oil in there. So here we go.
Is it similar?
Well, sesame oil has a little bit of that sesame flavor, and so it adds a little oomph to it, but you don't necessarily need it. It doesn't change it that much. And then we're going to put in 1/2 cup of OJ. So we'll put that in, 1/2 cup. Ooh. There's my 1/2 cup. And then you can put in 1 teaspoon of salt if you want to. We don't really cook a lot with salt, so I just skip the salt. And then I go to 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. So I'll put my light soy sauce in there, 2 tablespoons. 1 and 2. Here we go, 2 tablespoons of that. And then we want 1/2 teaspoon of crushed red pepper. It's also called cayenne pepper. And I have to find my 1/2 teaspoon. Ah, 1/2 teaspoon. So we'll put that in. I don't have a lot of that left. Ooh, come on. Oop. Hold on. I'm not doing a good job with that. Kind of stuck on the bottom there. All right, 1/2 teaspoon of that. All right, there we go. Then we want, oh, I forgot, 1 to 2 medium cloves of garlic. So I am going to put maybe like 1 teaspoon of the minced garlic. I'll put that in there. And then it calls for 2 tablespoons of rice or cider vinegar. So we'll put 2 tablespoons of that in. 1, 2. Okay, and that's it. And then it calls for 1 cup chopped fresh pineapple, or you can use like a can of crushed tomatoes. Pineapple, not tomatoes, pineapples. I just get the little tidbits from Dole. I find that the Dole brand is pretty good, so I just make my life easy and get the pineapple in a can, and I put that in. So maybe we'll give it a little mix, and I'll bring my rice over because we're going to put some rice in. All right, so let's throw this rice in. It's a lot of rice. Maybe we'll, this made a lot of rice, but so maybe we'll just keep a little bit of it out and see what we think. So then I'm going to mix all of that together. right, and then you can get one little bunch of scallions. I'll put the scallions in. It calls for some fresh mung bean sprouts, a half a pound. My grocery store doesn't sell it, and I don't like to get in the can because it's kind of mushy, so I just skip it. But if you go and you can get some fresh bean sprouts, that's really good in there. And then I put in one chopped up green pepper, and then I chop up some celery and I throw that in. And then I put in a can of chopped up water chestnuts. And then we'll mix that all together. Oh, and then it calls for about a half a cup of onions. Not onions. I'm not thinking that. A half a cup of raisins. So we're going to throw that in. That's about a half a cup or so. And it calls for 1 cup of cashews or chopped peanuts. So we'll put that in. Boom. It makes a lot of rice salad, so it's good if you have a big group coming. My kids aren't really fond of it, so where can I spend like days eating our Indonesian rice salad? But it's really good, and every day it gets better because it just marinates every day. It's so good. So mix that up a little more. Look at how great that looks. Look at all the different colors in there. And it's got a lot of different textures with the peanuts and the green peppers and the raisins and the green onions and the pineapple. So good. So then what I'm going to do is just cover it and put it in the refrigerator for a while. If you want, you can put fresh snow peas on the top for garnish, and then it looks even fancier. Let me just double check that I got everything in there because there's so many things that you put in here. But yeah, I think that's it. So that's it. That's our Sri Wasano's infamous Indonesian rice salad. So I highly suggest it. It's great if you have a big group, or if you're going to someone's house, you can bring it and serve it, and everybody thinks, wow, that's really fancy. So that's the recipe for tonight. Have a good one.